Hey everyone, Metzler here with Metzler and Associates and iPro Realty. And this week's client question of the week, we're going to revolve around what happens if for some reason your closing is delayed or postponed on the sale of your house that you're moving into from the sale of your other home. So for example, I had a client that recently, his closing was approaching for the home we sold for him, and he had a new build that was being developed, and the builder pushed back the closing by about 2 weeks. They called me and asked me, is there a potential to get a short lease, being a home for 2 weeks, and so on and so forth? And although it's a possibility, you're going to spend a lot of money convincing an investor to let you stay in their home for that period of time. There's too many ifs, ands, or buts that go on while someone's there in that short time frame. The best recommendation is to call all the hotels in either the area where you currently live or area you're moving to if they're two different locations, and see which one can give you an incredible price for the extended stay, being say 10 to 14 days. On top of that, instead of actually renting a truck that will cost you an absolute fortune to hold for that extended period of time, use bins to move. So get storage bins that you rent. There's tons of affordable options for a 2 week stint where they take it away, you pay them to store it for the 2 weeks, and then they'll deliver it right to your driveway at whatever date and time you need. So that's the solution that these clients ended up doing. And in the back end of it, they were very fortunate that as well the new builder was willing to pay for a certain portion of that extended stay. A lot of people will try to end up doing a 2 month or 3 month stay in a property if they can't find a great closing, which at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, renting and say a home for that period of time is very difficult. And what ends up happening is you're going to be paying the investor probably an additional $500-600 a month to make it worth it. And in some cases, you'll actually be paying the cost of what a month would be instead of that increased rent, because that person has to pay realtor fees for both realtors on either side, the one assisting you and the one that was listing them. So when it comes to being able to not match up your closing on your sale and your purchase, the best bet would be hopefully you have a family member that could accommodate you. But if you can't do that, you're definitely going to want to call a local hotel, motel, see what's available out there. Maybe a B&Bs, depending on the time of year, you can get incredible rates for staying long-term at a B&B, especially if you're not utilizing necessarily all their services. So on top of that, you'd want to use storage bins with pickup and delivery included in your package, and obviously schedule ahead of time the delivery to your location. So when you do close on your new purchase, you're showing up with all your items already there. And usually that's the most affordable way to compensate the fact that you weren't able to get a closing that worked with your sale of your house. All right, guys, if you have any questions, as always, email us at metzlerassociates@gmail.com or check us out at www.metzlerassociates.ca. Have a wonderful day, guys, and we'll talk soon.